All right. It's time to party. Even though this is an interesting topic, this is still probably one of the more simple OFCRA missions I have seen in a little while, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be awesome. Alright, we're going to let the stream run for a few minutes. We'll probably put the prediction up when we get on map screen. I'll probably have it up for like 15, maybe 20 minutes, give or take. But we're just going to wait to see all this play out. But I am excited. As I am with every OFCRA mission, we are in for a nice treat. We just have to essentially get there. But otherwise, we got both hydrates on. This will be our second stream out of 4 today. First one being some mission dev with Bloodwing putting on some cosplay. Now we've got the OFCRA match. I already see some names in here like PHK, Daedalus, Ziki, some top players we always see week to week. Very curious to see how they go. We will have a Pog Zusop at 7 p.m. because we're moving those to 7 now, and then TM will be at 10. Probably only doing 1 or 2 of those on Thursday because in a few weeks I gotta move over to do something else. Speaking of that other thing, I gotta prep a D&D character for that anyway. So busy. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of video editing tonight because my drive is almost filled up again, and I have to, well, get some videos out there. So we'll see how all that goes. Either way, we're looking at, let me check the TeamSpeak, roughly in a 100-player event today. We're at 99 right now. I'd imagine 1 or 2 more might trickle in. I'm going to not listen into OFCRA comms today. I'm just going to listen in on the side. But I mean, the operation today is a pretty simple one, so we'll just have to see how all of that goes. I think if anything, I'm going to slightly lessen the music volume just a touch. There we go. But because it's a winter map, I play Snow Warriors from Tide of Tasmanian Tiger. It just always seems to fit well. Regardless, we'll see how this goes. Do I have room? Yes. To state that we are in triple digits today. Otherwise, the mission breakdown in the command is actually fairly simple. It's just, you know, Op 4, I believe, is defending a communication setup, and Blue 4 is attacking it. But we'll see it more in depth when we actually get into the mission. But beyond that, I don't know what else is going to be done today. I know I got to get on DayZ at some point for administrative purposes to get my vehicle exchanged out, but I might just do that tomorrow morning. I'm desperately just working on various little things right now. They're going to map in 2 minutes. All right. Greenhouse is good. I've got the plants that I was testing there now outside, just so I can get them to germinate. Only one of them's germinated. I added a 5th one. I was going to add a 6th one, but nah. I'm trying to figure out how I want to set up the equipment as well. And then someone told me, hey, you got to worry about ventilation. So I'm like, oh, shit, I got to worry about ventilation. So now I'm looking into that as well. I think I've got a small desk fan that I've set up in the first one. But the second one, I'm still thinking of what I'm going to do with it. Probably buy another small desk fan. And I can run it on the bottom to get some airflow inside. But yeah, we'll see how things go. But I mean, outside right now, there's a freaking heat wave in the States. So that's going to keep the soil warm, which is going to promote germination, which is quite nice. And then I've got some dandelion seeds I'm also trying to sprout so I can try those. Because I'm going to be working on plants that are really easy to germinate first as I calibrate the system, and then, you know, go to beans, peas, some vines, because I figured out a good way of how to trowel some of them, and then others I don't know yet. That's just what we got to work on. All right, 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and set up a prediction here. Who will win? I'm going to set it, well, let's do 20. just printed something. So let's go ahead and put that up there. And we'll go from there. So they're parsing the mission file now. I'll start giving a breakdown. Right now, it's listed as 39 v51. Oh my god. Op 4 with the, oh my god. I'm imagining the remaining 10 people are going to go to the other side. I accidentally put a N in USEC, my bad, but it's fine. And this mission was also made by Ilbanek, so we'll see how things go. Still in the triple digits. They got some people jumping on the server, so we'll see how things go. But, nope, there's Bloodwind wagging her ass again in front of the printer. Don't you stare at me like that. You know what you were doing. That's right, shake it. Alright, so there's a lot down here. I actually don't know what the crash sites represent because it literally just says that there's a terminal being hacked here, though. So let's go ahead and have a read on what's going on. So the general information of this mission is both terminals need to be hacked to force the bunker doors open. I'd imagine both of those terminals are in one crash site apiece. Yes, boom. I'm busy. Oh, that's my special hydrate you're drinking. No, come on. And she just took my cocktail. Which means she likes it. Honey, you shouldn't drink that because that will get you fucked up today. Hydrate, yeah. Can I have that back? I can make you one. It'll fuck you up. But anyway, going on the rest of the text here. Honey, please, I'm working. I know you did. Thank you. Can I get back to work, please? Slapping your titties. All right. So, both terminals need to be hacked to force the bunker doors open. I'd imagine the bunker's right here. The sets of doors are over at the crash sites. Excuse me, the terminals that need to be hacked. In the case there are enough people and a fight over the last terminal's ongoing, mission will go into overtime. Interesting. So we could potentially see the match go over an hour and a half. The crash sites are contaminated due to other cargo in the C-130, so only CRBN specialists may enter the area. Terminals to unlock the bunker doors are located on the crash sites. Red 4 is spawning near the bunker. The bunker doors are open and can be closed. Open from the inside. Does not function once both terminals are hacked. Ah. So you can actually catch the enemy outside. And then the actual objective is to basically prevent the hack of the bunker. So it's only a single final objective. Interesting. What am I drinking today? A double Tokyo tea. Tokyo tea is really, really simple. It is a ½ ounce of rum, tequila, gin, Midori, which is melon liqueur, and triple sec. And vodka, which instead I used, since it's a double and they're half shots, it's a full shot, but I only used half a shot of Everclear because I couldn't reach back far enough to get my vodka. And I saw the Everclear first. I'm like, fuck it. And then it is a full ounce of sweet and sour mix, which I make my own, which it's 1 part water, 1 part sugar, 1 part lemon juice, 1 part lime juice. So you have to make 2 ounces of that. Usually I forego the water, so I just do equal 3 parts. So it's 2/3 of a shot for each, because the water is in the ice that melts. And then you splash the top of it with some sort of club soda. I usually do either Sprite, 7-Up, or we have this Japanese off-brand lemon lime soda that I did, and it's actually pretty decent. But at one of my favorite restaurants, they make a pretty good one. I usually get like 3 or 4 of them and get absolutely sloshed. But I was telling my brother the story of this one college class I was in. It was an evening, like 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. class, because American colleges let you do that because they hate you. But this was also the only class offered, so I was forced to take it. I'd always go out to this place, Hotspot, and I'd order 3 or 4 of them. I'd then sit in the back row and watch Salty Bet on Twitch and laugh my drunk ass off every time an S-tier fight happened. And one of my teammates, her and I were the only 2 competent people in the 5-person group that did any of the work. She'd always be elbowing me hard to get me to stop laughing because the teacher would just like stare me down. But he didn't teach anything. We had to literally learn everything off of the exams from these pre-made PowerPoints that I don't think he even made, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, fun times. This one drink's been with me for a long while. Otherwise, Op 4 is going to be your defensive faction. The Bear guys, they've got 2 crash sites to hold. They'll all be spawning around the bunker. I don't know where Blue 4 is going to be spawning, but they're going to be our USEC guys that are going to be assaulting the crash sites with CRBN kits to open or hack the terminals to open the bunker, and then the communications equipment will be within the bunker, so we'll see how things go. Corn, if you want other cocktails, I've got a few others that I particularly enjoy, each at different levels of difficulty. I know one of the easier cocktails, easier as in not easy to make, easier on you, is a red, white, and blue shot I learned how to make for a July 4th party earlier this month, actually. It's a layer of grenadine, a layer of vodka lemonade, and then a layer of blue Carano, whatever the fuck it's called. I always butcher that name. You have to get a thin glass, and you have to pour it on a spoon so it layers properly. If you get too thick of a glass, it doesn't layer. And if you don't pour it on the spoon, it just directly pours in and mixes, and you don't want that. But it's also a really sweet drink because literally a third of it is grenadine. So, but good for those people that are lightweights or just really like sugary shit. Kami Shovo is Blue 4 spawn. How would you know that, Ilbanek? JK, I know you made the mission. So, Kali Shovo is down there. So, it's going to be just a wide map here. Distance to the first crash site's a bit more than the second one. They're pushing everyone in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Let me tab out and confirm how many people are on. We are at officially 104 players, which means we are officially in the triple digits. Kurosawa. See, I like saying it wrong on purpose, though, to piss Bloodwing off, because then she smacks me. Another add to the SOG barbecue drinks menu. It's all good stuff. I don't know. I've also been thinking how I'm going to do the weekly cooking stream. So I'm thinking it'll just be an opportunistic stream of whenever I'm cooking, I'll just put the camera upstairs and show you guys what I'm making. But yeah, so this is a double, which means there's 12 shots of alcohol in it. Which is the equivalent. There's actually 11 shots, but one of those shots is Everclear. So, you know, the good stuff. Now, here's the thing, though. I always prefer to make my own sweet and sour mix these days because the store-bought stuff, I don't know why, it just makes the drink taste like ass. Like, it gives this, like, I don't want to say a metallic, but close to metallic tanginess to it that I just don't like. You know, it tastes like processed. So just, you know, getting some lemon juice, some lime juice, and some sugar and just mixing that when you want to, you know, make a shot of that is, in my opinion, the way to go. Goats will not be in this OFCRA mission, but they might be present for the Zeus Op tonight with Pog. You just have to remind me. Yeah, righto, Ilbanek. Good luck. And, yeah, that Among Us versus Dinosaurs thing, I'll probably shoot to host it on Wednesday just because I wanted to do it Sunday, and then I remembered, wait, I have something to do on Sunday, so it just gets pushed to the next available slot. And then I think 2 or 3 Saturdays from now, it's not going to be starting on August, the second Saturday of every month. I'm going to be taking off to chill with friends. So I might do like a morning stream for DayZ, and that'll be it. Oh, I once did that with Black Kraken Rum Killer Bug, and now I can't even look at Black Kraken without like visually gagging. Just the thought of it comes back. But there were a few classes where I had to take exams drunk to dumb myself down enough to the level of thinking they wanted because I would overthink the fuck out of everything. Can Goat Vester Stallone be a thing? Look, Goat Vester Stallone is already in the lore, man. He's he's an essential part of the Liru-verse. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, I don't have a global chat. That's awkward. Then again, I'm only a spectator, so it makes sense. But yeah, I want to say over the next few days, we're just going to be doing a lot of streaming, which means in the evening I'm going to have to be doing a shit ton of editing. But I'm also overdue for another stream where we start going through more of the FNF and OFCRA clips to cut down. But I think by now I have enough. Why am I stuck in spec? Wait a minute. Why did they disable the spectator slots? You son of a bitch. Here, 1 second, I got a soft log. And if it's still broken, then I have to go into a person slot, kill myself, and then I'll have a spectator mode. Oh, that's funny. BSG what? That's cute. Oh, Ilvanek, I'm gonna kill you! Is that on all of them? No, let me try another one. He might have just nicked one. Yeah, if you do anything funky to spectator slots, it just absolutely breaks them. So I'm letting that time play through. Yep. No, controls are frozen up because it's put me in debug. Unless you guys want to completely spectate a match through a 2D interface, but I don't think anyone wants that, so I'm going to have to kill myself. Which means I have to play with the other interface, which is quite annoying, but I will make it work. All right, let me flip a coin. Heads or tails? By the way, Blue 4 has a 10-person number advantage as the attackers. It's going to be 55 v 46. Heads or tails? It's heads, so I spectate Blue 4. But then again, I always like seeing Op 4's markers because they're on the defense, so let's go ahead and get that going. Is the schedule I have on Twitch accurate? It should be. I need to update it still, and I need to re-add all the communities I work with for various things. Because, I mean, we're not getting DDoSed anymore, so. All right, there we go. So, with this being the respawn interface, which I think is the normal spectator interface instead of the ace one, it gets a little messy. Plus, that'll stay on for a while. So the bunker, I recognize this building. I forget what mod it's from, though. It might be RHS, but I can't remember exactly. So this is the final terminal they need to hack. These are all blacked out screens. You got OFCRA stuff in here. Looks like they've blocked off this entrance as well. And that can be opened from the inside. The bunker itself is this massive perimeter with a bunch of barracks buildings, some 3 tower buildings, actually, a fire station. We've got an ATC control tower, and we have a construction yard here. You got some little buildups of supplies here, some circular bunkers here to maintain a perimeter, and otherwise, Op 4 seems to have 6 transport gases, no guns, some 240 Bravo Humvees, 1 up-armored, and then some regular 4-man transport Humvees, and 2 SPG-9 static turrets. All right. That is a bit of a mix. I also saw an MI-17, and they also have an MI-8 with, not an MI-8, a Little Bird, AH-6 with M134 minigun pylon. And then the MI-17 here has 2 fixed PKTs. Does it have the frontal one as well? No, it does not. Okay. So that's probably going to be some of their transport to get to some of their positions here. Looking over at the other 2 sites, they've got some spawns close by the crash sites as well. And then Blue 4 here, looking at them in Kalishovo. Here they are. Spawning on the coast, we have a lot of transport Humvees, just as the woodland camo instead of the desert one. Multiple 240 Humvees. 2 have shielding, though, compared to 1. They've got a mobile 50 cal MRAP. They've got a Crow system MRAP. They've got a medical MRAP. They got a community. Actually, it's not just a regular transport desert one. And then they have another 50 cal one. So the Crow system one is going to probably be the most powerful asset down on the field. And then they've also got CRBN guys equipped with P90s here. Looking for any other additional assets. I doubt they'll be fielding statics. but that seems to be it. Op will start in 5 minutes, so let's quickly go over what Blue 4 and Op 4 have. So P90s are given to the CRBN guys. We're seeing a mix for the USEC guys of M4 platforms with 320 Grenadier systems underneath. We've got M249s in play. I see RPGs in the field as well. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Some ACOGs on leadership elements. And otherwise, it's just mainly M4 platforms, 249. So your standard Blue 4 stuff. I'm not seeing any 240 Bravos, though. I think those are just going to exclusively be on the VIX. We do have an L85 marksman platform on Kuwait, though, which I believe... No, that's an M40A5. My bad. So that is 762. Bolt action. We see another one up here. And there seems to be some equipment exchanges going on as well. But that appears to be it for Blue 4. Op 4, I'm assuming these teams in the field are their CRBN guys. Nope, it's just an additional squad with a Gaz, but I mean, we're seeing Mini-Me's AK-74 variant here with NPZ rails. And single-shot disposable RPG 26s. Let's go ahead and look at the other team real quick. These guys get 2 Humvees, one 240 and one transport. And they get RPGs. All right. So I'm not seeing any individual marksmen on these squads yet. Let me go ahead and look back at the Op 4 weaponry here at the cow bunker. That appears to be all I'm seeing. So a lot of Western optics, though, on that customization, which is quite nice. But I'm trying to see if there's any marksman rifles. I doubt I'll see any PKPs. It's just 249s as a mirror match. So the weaponry is really similar. It's 545 versus 556. Western optics on both sides. Mix of RPGs and single-shot disposable AT. Vehicle advantage is slightly on Blue 4, but Op 4 have helicopters. And that seems to be it for the units for the most part. Let's go ahead and look at the AOs, and then I will go ahead and look at the rosters individually. So this is the CRBN area when you're close to this gas, which I love what they've done with the freaking barrel. Ilbanek, you madman. We got one terminal right there, and we have another terminal up here. So this means Bear doesn't have any abilities to put units directly on the crash sites because their CRBN guys don't exist. So second terminal's right there. You just got to get the CRBN guys in. But that also means Op 4 has to put a defense around the site instead of within it. So otherwise, mission has officially started. We'll start seeing these forces deploying. But let's go ahead and go over our rosters here. So we got Flip for Flap, Jonathan, and Rizbo commanding Alpha 1-1. Alpha 1-2 is a squad led by Popsy with Lama, with Yosuninu, Navy-chan, Harvid, Risu, excuse me, and Bartek. Dimus leading Cardi with Amberus, Pablo, Fen, the Keeper, I think, the Caper, I don't know. And Kalutiki. No, Kalutki, that's it. Ilbanek leading Alpha 4 with Joda, Beast, Ziki, an AI unit, TK Llama, and Devil Dog. Renly leading Alpha 1-5 under with Raposo, Pinty, Newton, Blass, Robert Weedgood, Khalil, and Nikolai under him. Giovanni leading Alpha 1-6 with Polsky, Settler, Eptic, Saturn, him, and Malcolm, Adamek leading Kafik, Gregory, Maddie, Deathhawk, Kuwait, and Midway. Pogo _ leading Dennis, Callie, Roland, Ezio. I got thrown off by the 2 AI right there. PHK leading Rick Hunter, Mariz, Jack Daedalus, Meridian Tackle, and then you got an AI group as Debug there. NASA's leading Op 4 on his own. Ratman leading Alpha 2 for Op 4 with Flip, Nikita, that's it. Martin, and that appears to be it. Kerrigan White leading Angel, Mark, and Bosnian. Got a full AI group right there. Surmaj leading Marst, Soda Wave, Mickey Hall and Ivan, Rigel leading Nubas, Lemur, Lolo, Doritos, and Ash, Dreams, Check leading Minor, PLR, Adam, Xaverius, Devil Hero, Merrick's, and Joe. And then you got an FAR squad being led by Nannard with Loic, Sam, Oliver, Ethan, Billy, and Jordy under him. AI is already dead. That's cute. Mr. Dave leading Sky Online, Demovar, Fridge, Salesman, Major Con, and Swola. And then we've got Papa, Prapper, I see what he did there, with Emercom as a Little Bird crew. And then the MI-17 is being flown by Kilo with Smiths and Hood under him. And then you got another fill-in group with Pi, Zep, and Happy, and some dumbass that already died. What a goober. All right. So it's OFCRA, guys. It's a very multicultural, multi-country, multi-ethnicity style of PvP. So some of these names in different languages, such as Polish or French, or British. God forbid if it's British. I will not be able to pronounce correctly, especially if it's British. Good God. I'm just not that good. I'm sorry, but we got regular hydrates to follow, so. Yeah, the British. I can't even say it right. All right, otherwise, we will be seeing OPFOR's battle plans here. So you can see these lines on the map here. You already got OPFOR forces moving out. It looks like they're trying to set up some blocking positions. We might see some early ambushes happen as Blue 4 has divided its forces among two major groups. And then we have this Humvee driving in around here. So we'll keep an eye on things in this 100-player operation. I'll be really curious to see what that MI-17 and what the Little Bird do in early game for harassment against any of the softer transport Vics like the Humvees compared to the MRAPs. Otherwise, I hope you are all A-okay. Blue 4 does have a 10-person number advantage right now, but that could rapidly change. My view distance just got put to full. Nice. And we got this Humvee coming down, but it looks like Blue 4 is going to literally ride up the edgemost area to get to Crash Site 2, which is exactly where that AH-6 Little Bird is patrolling. And I am not getting markers. There we go. It takes a second to load. So you got the Little Bird pulling back. I imagine it saw the patrol coming up. They're leading with the Crow 50 cal, which is an interesting choice. I wouldn't risk leading with something like that. Yes, it's a 50 cal weapon, but there's other 50 cal Vics they can lead from instead because this is a very powerful asset. But they're immediately cutting left to get to that road, which at that point they should be using the road right here, but they're going to cross the train tracks instead. So some interesting calls there. Looks like, yeah, so they're starting to gravitate back to the road there as well. Meanwhile, you got FAWR setting up a blocking position over in Balota. So we'll see if they're able to intercept anything. You got the Humvee, meanwhile. That's not the Humvee. That is the MI-17 dropping off a force right here to potentially set up a blocking position here. But Blue 4 is bypassing it. The AH-6 Little Bird should be calling in that it saw forces going around in that direction. But otherwise, I'm going to keep looking back at Balota. Quickly check on the Little Bird up here. It's just flying around for the moment. And I do want to see this ambush bear fruit here. OPFOR with one of their forward elements setting up an attack on Balota. We have Giovanni's group driving by. Let's see if they get hit.
Let's get home.
There you got people right on the rooftop. Ooh. That first vehicle is intercepted. Most of the crew dead. Giovanni was able to get out. Second Humvee, now driving around, immediately turns around. Giovanni hears the footsteps above him, trying to find a shot on Lolik. Manages to knock him off the building. Giovanni takes a hit though, gets knocked to his feet, and he is knocked out. So meanwhile, that other Humvee has deployed its forces up here. It has some CRBN members inside. But they are going to stay back. I mean, reinforcements are still a little ways away, and some of the forces diverted off to this area to go directly to the crash site. So Blue 4 is a little broken up here. Op 4 is still setting up this large ambush, but Blue 4 is whole actively bypassing it as the AH-6 Little Bird is now flying around trying to reacquire where they were. But so far, based off of where Blue 4 is going, I think they're going to be able to bypass most of Op 4's forces here and hit both crash sites. However, we do have this force coming down. It could set up on the crash site, but it's about equidistant from the Blue 4 guys. But Blue 4 is going to do an early dismount, and Op 4 is going to drive right in, so they will eventually re-overtake. But for now, you're going to have this first firefight in Belota here. Try to bypass everything. So it looks like they actually got Lolik back up. They carried him over here. They might be able to fully heal him, but it's definitely going to take a little bit. Meanwhile, Blue 4, I thought there would be an early dismount here. We just saw one vehicle turn off the side. So it might dismount in the forest here, as this other Vic might practically try to rush in at this point. But no, it is also diverting to the left, either to drive around the town or just to do an early dismount on the outside here. But that's going to buy Op 4 time to put their forces down and set things up right here. And you definitely see they have things set up to create an overwatch position at this crash site.
Now.
But here, because we're seeing Op 4's markers right now.
Just last time? Well, the big sick has caught up to me, so more time to watch, I guess.
Right on, Millennium Sword. Thanks for the 44-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So we see all of Op 4's markers because I've had to take a player slot because the regular spectator slot seemed to be disabled or something. I couldn't move when I was in them. But regardless, the timing here looks a little tough. But we have Blue 4 in the zone again. It's taking a second for the markers to load up. FT might have been waiting in the burning building, and he's come out now. He's gotten a kill. He is a little wounded, though. And Jordy there manages to get a hit. One of the Vics is bypassing. The other ones are dismounting early on. Op 4 is now starting to arrive at the crash site area. Blue 4 is otherwise holding over here. Interesting. This Blue 4 Vic, meanwhile, is staying in the forested areas in the middle of the countryside. Op 4 is pulling one of their Vics back. Little Bird has found the Blue 4 patrol and is starting to drive around it, indicating they might have been found. So Op 4... I'm going to be honest, there's not really any good defensive positions out here, so they might just pull back to the other crash site area to hold that. Because there's no reason for them to hold the bunker until both crash sites are lost. So this Humvee's been constantly circling that Op 4 position, and Blue 4 seem content on trying to put forces down and take it, but it looks like they're actually pulling back, and they might just try to completely bypass that area, which would be the smarter thing. I mean, if you were to destroy their transport Vic and just strand them, it would take them considerably a long amount of time for them to get back into a fighting area, especially with the entire map being utilized. The only caveat that Op 4 has, though, is the Mi-17 to transport a large chunk of people to different areas, but that would at least have to pull that asset away, and I don't even see it in the air right now. So they might have it landed and stashed away somewhere, or just somewhere to prevent it from being taken or stolen and, you know, used for Blue 4 in a counter rush. Meanwhile, you got, wow, two Vics all the way up here to the north coming around. And you've got one group. It looks like they're actually going to go on this SSR and get to the crash site itself. Maybe being guided by the AH-6 Little Bird. But if it has eyes on forces, these guys should be redeploying at that point because they know they're going to be bypassed. Yep, so the Humvees are going to pull around. They're going to go the route that some Blue 4 guys have already gone through. So they're going to basically take the side road out of Cherno and then come up this route to take them to Kolivoka. And then basically on the outskirts of Green Mountain to the south to hit the other crash site by Orshino. So I wonder at what point Op4 is going to reposition. Maybe they heard and saw the Humvees moving around, so they might stay there for a few more minutes before they're eventually recalled. So far, Op4 have gotten some early licks in to help challenge Blue 4's number advantage. Blue 4 are going to get easy pickings on Crash Site 2 to access that one terminal, but then if there is a notification in play, Op4 is going to probably pull all their forces back to hold the first crash site and maybe some forces back to hold the bunker as well. So I get where Op4 is going here. They're trying their best to ambush as much as Blue 4 as they can as they go on the move, but it's only netted them 4 KIA here. So actually 2 of those guys are AI, so not really that much went down. Angel was killed off. Wow. Their MI-17 is dead. Huh. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Skill issue. You know, like, I was like, yeah, they probably have landed somewhere. No, okay. So Op4 doesn't have any means of fast travel right now because the AH-6 Little Bird can only carry 3 people. I'm thirsty, guys. If you could help me out, that'd be great. Posture check instead. Damn you, Doc Mitchell. I gotta stand up straight anyway. Yeah, Blue 4 basically gonna be going all around this tree line. They're gonna have Crash Site 2 in about 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't get the timer down here either. It goes up there. So it's going to be at the 1:38 mark when the mission's over. There's an 8-minute safe start and then a 90-minute round of, an hour and a half. I always like to divide the first the game into 3 30-minute sections. You have your early game, which is your first 30 minutes, your mid game, your middle 30 minutes, and your end game, which is your last 30 minutes. For an op like this, especially with an entire map in the crosshairs, usually it's mid-game and end-game that have most of the action, with early game being spent on a lot of maneuvering. However, we're seeing a lot of early ambushes because Op4 had some forces out ahead of time in the spawns. So we've already caught a little bit of action here and there, but otherwise it's kind of interesting. Blue 4 is still kind of slowing down on this route, I guess being incredibly cautious, thinking there's more Op4 ambushes around, and this group is bypassing to come around, so I don't know. In the meantime, you've got Op4 digging up this position to set up an SPG-9, which has, not gonna lie, not the best sight lines of this AO. There's a lot of obstruction from defilade cover on the crash site itself, and you only got one small Op4 group up here overwatching this area, which granted you do have a nice little watchtower here, but it's not a lot. So they're digging some fortifications. They have the other SPG-9 to cover here. Okay. So on the marker, it said 2 SPG-9s down at BG2, but it looks like they divided them amongst both positions. With those 2 SPG-9s, they can pretty much snipe any vehicle rush that comes in as long as the gunners are quick. But otherwise, there's nothing stopping a CRBN guy from just, driving in, using the green gas as concealment, getting out, grabbing what they need, and going. So I'd imagine, though, part of what Blue 4's plan could be is this group can take Crash Site 2 and start moving to the bunker, relying on the other group to then take the other crash site. They would then think that, the rest of the defenders are at the bunker, which is why they're going to initiate the attack with one side, and they might be able to catch anything out and about coming in if they're already initiating the attack. But the real reason that the first crash site's so staggered is because of that opening ambush that just threw them in disarray. And yes, Doc Mitchell, it is only one round. They also do a bonus round, which is only 30 minutes afterwards, but I usually am gone by then. Regular hydrate too. Is the smoke really that concealing, though? Well, let's look at their level here. Not really, but I mean, combined with that tree right there, there are a few little blind spots. The Vic can easily, start swerving in the pattern, but they're not going to know where the gun is from until it starts firing. So that, that That's just dumb luck at that point. Now, we do have some OPFOR Humvees traveling over here. One of them is the armed one with a 240 Bravo. They might be coming to reinforce this area over here, potentially sweep around FAWR to try to find where the rest of this Blue 4 force is coming around. Meanwhile, you have Blue 4 pretty much surrounding the second crash site. So I'm just wondering at what point will these OPFOR guys start moving? And if they're going to then move to crash site 1, or if they're just going to try to bypass to go to the bunker. Because I think Blue 4, with the amount of forces they have down on the field right now, could potentially take the first crash site area and catch a lot of OPFOR forces out of position. Especially considering the early game skull counts. Granted, a lot of it's on AI, but it can really flip either way. That's the tough call. I mean, OPFOR, they do have a few guys at the base here. You got NASA basically staying in the bunker. I don't know what helmet feeds he might have right here. He might actually have a script down that lets him see the helmet feeds of some of his players and be able to coordinate from within here. But the bunker is shut. I actually have no idea what might control the opening and closing of it from within inside. Possibly a feature right here. But he's definitely tracking from some sort of camera system in here, which is quite cool. Otherwise, we're looking at Blue 4 here. They're all around this one CRBN site here. They're all coming around. So let's go ahead and look at Blue 4's strength here. It takes a second for this interface to update anything around me, which is why it's a little outdated compared to Aces, but that's fine. You got this full squad right here. You got the CRBN guy holding back. Is it CBRN or CRBN? I think it's CBRN, actually, and I just always screw that up. But they're going to break off and probably head in from the northern side with this big danger area right here, but that's not being covered. And this group's going to be heading in from the south. Now, we got Pogo _ Roland, Callie, Dennis I don't know too much about, but Ezio, I mean, these are some really good players here too, and Ezio is the CRBN guy right here. So if Blue 4... Oh, they also have RPG gunners with AG rounds. Interesting. So Blue 4, they don't have any contact around this site, so by then they have to be expecting that crash site number 1 instead of number 2 is going to be the fortified one. It's CVRN, that's it. Thank you. Sorry that I was saying it the other way. But yeah, we'll see where these Humvees turn. We'll see where this Vic goes. We also see the Gaz pulling around for FAWR, so they might mount up and head back in to this area. I think by the time they get in here and the Humvees get in here, I think OPFOR might just be able to bring in their reinforcements in the nick of time to defend this area and potentially push any Blue 4 guys coming in. Now, if these guys start opening up, that's going to make these forces move in with haste before this group might potentially be ready to assist. So this 5-man group might take a lot on its shoulders here, but it's only got a 3-man group to worry about and a 4-man group to worry about. But both of those groups have SPG-9s, and both of those SPG-9s have HE shells. So it could just be a very nasty bombard. Whereas if this southern group is patient and the northern group gets into position, this southern group could engage that southern group of 3, this northern group can engage that group of 4, and they could wrap everything up. Now, I'd imagine they're going to take a right. I don't see any reason they'd actually go down to this position unless they're going to take the right here. But if they're going to be hot on Blue 4's heels, they are going to take the immediate right when they get to that T intersection coming up. No. I have no idea where they're going then. Blue 4 is still surrounding this area, trying to figure out what's going on. And then Op 4, they still have these ambushes set up around here, and they're just kind of moving around, wondering where Blue 4 might be. But now you have the Little Bird patrolling this southern area because they're trying to figure out where Blue 4 is on this side. Looking at these positions, though, it doesn't really look good. Blue 4 is in a really good position to hit that one. And the other one is a little too far to provide any proper support. And you got the Blue 4 guys down here. They've kind of dug their heels in a little bit, but they might be getting freaked out over that helicopter. So at this point, these guys have to take the right turn. Hey, Juke. I'm going to call you Ku because I have no idea how to pronounce that. Sajku. Yeah, so they're pulling down to, I guess, communicate with FAWR. Oh, no. They went guns up, I guess, questioning if that was a Humvee or not, but... Yeah, no, these are friendlies. Here to reinforce, and that Little Bird's now heading down south as well. So I gotta wonder if Blue 4 is going to dig their heels in here as well. Looks like they're still doing reconnaissance of the area, but like, what are they waiting on? You know what I mean? These guys, I think, are in a holding position here to identify those dudes, and as they wait for this other group to come around, maybe they'll try to hit both at the same time so they can just beeline it to the final objective in a rush-style format. Sajko? Righto, I'll go with that. Sorry, man. I am horrible with pronunciation. Yeah, I'd imagine based off of where Pogo's looking, they have the direction of the Op 4 guys because one of their dudes called it out. Yeah, so he's keyholing it a little bit. One of his guys certainly saw something, though. Yeah, now they're starting to see the fortification lines and the entrenchments. So this gives them something to dig their feet in as the other Blue 4 group continues to move around, because I think they're going to move from here to here and then go into that position and get right on top of it. It's just a question of when do these reinforcements decide to actually move. Because you got these guys now following this line, which they've drawn recently, actually. At least I think, and they're going to go around and see that other position. But now you got the CRBN dude, Fen, here. He's got the P90, so he's going to head in and hit the hack for that one. So we'll see if there's a notification that gets put up. Yeah, so he's reporting he has eyes on. That's it. So, second crash site's hit. I didn't see any pop-up happen, so Op 4 doesn't get an instantaneous notification. Blue 4 are kind of halting on this tree line here. Well, they were, but now they're actually moving out. They still got a little bit of distance to cover before they get to their area, which is going to take them another 5 to 10 minutes. So that gives Op 4 a 5 to 10 minute window to react. But then again, how can they react to something they don't get a notification for? So it's a tough call. I don't know. I see that 5-man team sweeping that area. These guys will then turn to assist in flanking that, only to get ambushed on the rear. No additional OPFOR backup. However, we do see FAWR has mounted up in their gas, and they are heading north. They will be in the AO by the time Blue 4 is setting up to ambush on those 2 groups, so that could catch them out of position. And we do have the AH-6 Little Bird marauding around as well. It does have a single M134 minigun pylon, and it could strafe any CRBN guys that try to run across the surface because it's yellow to white background. The floor being white and the outfit being yellow. Ah, a fun hydrate. Thank you. I love that shit. They're opening up. No effect, but it did spook these guys, and they are pulling back instead after being spotted. So these guys are going to be looking straight south. This is going to pull OPFOR into this area here. However, still got this Blue 4 group here, but we have another OPFOR Gaz team coming around. That's FAWR as well. So now we've got 2 Gazes filled with FAWR guys coming around. The new threat's going to be the northern group in a few minutes, as the squad lead kind of leads everyone, and they got Malgrim as their CRBN guy, I can tell because of the P90 that comes up. So we'll see if OPFOR tries to box this force in with this Gaz here. But beyond that, that's all going to be a pull away for this group to get in, hit that side, and then push through under an SPG-9 and an AH-6 Little Bird threat. But now I'm wondering if this large Blue 4 group's going to bypass and head straight to the bunker, because if they do that, it's going to be all over. OPFOR, meanwhile, heading up the road to provide a blocking position. They might actually get there in time, because Blue 4... no, I think they're moving back to their vehicles, actually, so they might be able to bypass any OPFOR ambush that's set up altogether. But this is all contingent on Blue 4 getting their forces into this crash site and hacking this objective, because they're not going to be able to open the bunker until they do it. Ah, regular hydrate. I'm curious about your guys' thoughts here, since we have a bit of a standstill. What do you think is going to happen? I think Blue 4 is going to move this northern group to the bunker. This force is going to get in position, hit this group, or run into it at the very least. This group's going to potentially avoid. The FAWR group might swing around south, come into the tree line, and then hit it from the rear. But as they're being hunted, this group's going to be poised to get into this position. Wow, Flux. That's amazing. Wow. Yes. Yes, that's totally what's going to happen. Red and blue are going to shoot each other. You know, Flux, I'm actually a little worried by how accurate that is. I mean, you might take my job one day with commentary like that. Good God. With guns. Wow, Cammy, you too. Holy shit. You know, I thought they were just going to throw snowballs at each other based off of the terrain, you know? Damn. I gotta be better here, man. I mean, good God. Alright, so these guys are now running in through. I think Blue 4 might be able to snipe the crash site here, but it's really worrisome because we have a lot of OPFOR units around this area in play across various vehicles that could quickly dismount and reinforce the area. So we'll just have to wait and see. But based off of where OPFOR is all putting their guys, I mean, I think the window has closed at this point. OPFOR just have too many numbers in the AO. They have the AH-6 Little Bird. Blue 4 is going to have to send its forces down. And we see a new arrow down showing that OPFOR intends to sweep forces around to where they saw Blue 4's elements here. Because again, we were on the OPFOR side before we alt F4'd ourselves. So they have no idea where Blue 4 is at this point, but now we see some forces mounting up here and riding the northern edge of the map. I think they're going to bypass and head to the bunker. But again, this is all contingent on the crash site. But right now, Blue 4 seems to be in a very good position. Dark Snipe saying Blue 4 will never engage Op 4 again. I mean, hey, you never know. This group, I don't know what it's doing at this point. It's kind of holding fast here on the tree line on these two-dimensional, now rendering to three-dimensional trees, but in the thick pines, air won't be able to spot them. And then you got this Blue 4 group over here playing it cautious as they slowly move up. They got two CRBN guys, actually. It's Malgrim and Midway. But, you know, from here, they'd have a straight shot, but without checking their right flank, they might actually get engaged as they push in, and that would be a disaster for Blue 4. Thank you, Ghost Wolf. Ah, that's some good shit. So they got Blue 4 bypassing where Op 4 might be setting up ambushes here. Based off of their angle, they're probably going to surround the bunker. So really, all eyes are going to be on this Blue 4 group here. They got a good number of players. They can easily get into the crash site with that, but Op 4 is mounting everything around this area. So it's going to be a lot of skirmishes, but as soon as a skirmish gets triggered, we're going to see Op 4 pretty much swarm around the area. So I don't know. We're still waiting to see these 5 guys get through Boar to then come around, potentially hit this one position. But that means they're going to be the ones lagging behind as this force is poised to strike here. And hello, Mexpool. How are you doing? Finger pistols all the way yelling Bane in the woods. That'd be a fun SCP op if that was possible to make. Which, granted, it probably could, but that's beyond my skill set. Now we got this Humvee also driving through. It might also bypass that to the bunker with this main force. And we still got Op 4 heading through. But yeah, that's a big chunk of Op 4 out of position. What were the numbers for the bets? I saw it at like 74 to 79,000. So that's pretty even either way. I don't know. It's tough. Regular hydrate. You got it. Yeah, so you still have the Little Bird patrolling around. That's going to further slow down the Blue 4 group down here as they stay pinned in whatever little forested element they can. But now that it's flown around, they're pretty much running up this small tree cover to then get over here, which shows they want to try to do this outflank. Again, I'm really worried about this Blue 4 group up here, though, because they are going to walk in a literal fucking kill zone here, and I'm worried these two SPG-9s are going to throttle the fuck out of them. Oh, man. It's really not looking good. You got this other 3-man group right here, which, granted, it's not going to have any sight lines because the concealment of the green smoke is in the way from the route they're moving on. Here's the really interesting thing. So you got one of them, Midway here. He's going to basically sprint down. Can he stealth this is the real fucking question. He might be able to actually get close enough to potentially do it because he just has to touch it. And then you got FAWR up here, but they are out of position. So you might actually get a stealth op through. Which is unheard of in OFCRA, but entirely oh, does Ratman see him? He might not. Wait. Is he not looking? Holy shit! No, he's looking at the tree line. He's not looking under his nose. Are you kidding me? Oh my fucking god.
Send in.
No, he's right there.
Now.
Did he see him? Oh, now he's looking. He's like, wait, did I just see something? Hello? Oh, he sees him. Immediately grabs the ACOG and starts. Oh, he got close enough though. Oh, he could do it. Oh, this could be big. He's going for it. As soon as they fire, though, he'll be able to take cover. Bro! No! Oh, wait, he's trying to crawl in. Oh, no! No, midway! He was right there. He just had to touch it. He got SPG-9 to the face. Oh, thankfully this Blue 4 group has another CRVN dude, but my god. Oh. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. That was funny. Skates, thanks for the 8-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Meanwhile, Op4 here, they're staying low because they're taking GL fire in excess. Their sister position isn't going to be in a spot to assist them. Now we're seeing Op4 starting to turn all their forces and start moving in. Blue 4, I think they're going to pull back and assault that position. Malgrim, though, is going to stay in a position ready to get in there. But if he dies, this Blue 4 attack is futile. Adamek's going to lead his guys to get onto that position. Just saw an SPG-9 shot fire somewhere over here. I don't know where it landed. It wasn't close enough to Malgrim to freak him out, though. I can't tell if that's bombard from the other side or what. But now you got Blue 4 pushing this position. Ooh, another fun hydrate. So I think they're actually just bombarding the plane to make sure that the CRBN specialist died there. Oh, midway. He just had to touch it when he was crippled, so he wanted to try to get into a better position there. All right. And then we chase with the regular hydrate. Leaves a certain tanginess to the mouth. Yeah, so FAWR is now in an overwatching position to get to that crash site. It's getting harder and harder for this team to do it. As more Op4 get around this area. Meanwhile, Blue 4 are slowly marauding a bunch of forces around. You got the Little Bird going around here. Some Humvees also driving. But, I mean, they're also in a position to reinforce the other crash site, but it's going to be a while. But right now, Blue 4 has an advantage of they have a really big group right now. Like 8 or 9 people doing this attack. And they just spotted one of Op4's armed Humvees here. So they could use that to their advantage later. But if they can piecemeal these small groups of Op4, they should be fine. And then they'll get the SPG-9 and they'll be able to use that against other Op4 positions as well to try to distract everyone long enough for Malgrim to run in there. So there is a chance for Op4 to get this position, but it sounds like Op4 spotted Blue 4 Adamek getting killed. Another Blue 4 guy getting killed as well. Wow, that 4-man team getting a 3rd kill. What the fuck was Blue 4 thinking? They had it set up and it's completely fallen apart. Ratman getting picked off by Kuwait there. Now it looks to be a 3v3, but you still got 2 other guys around. You got an AI down right here as well. His bino's out. That's cute. That means it might have been Maddie that got disconnected there. Suppressive fire coming out from that mini-me. They didn't give you any frag grenades? I'm sorry to hear that, Adamek. Wow, that actually really sucks, though. Yeah, you kind of need frags to clear out those types of fortified positions. Otherwise, you're just playing whack-a-mole with guns here. I'm curious, how has this changed? You just have more dudes on Overwatch, but that 5-man team now in a position to hit this area as well. You got the Humvee coming around on the rear, though. You can hear it. You wanted to frag him to get confused, that's fair. Martin just got picked off. I think he's only in uncon state, though. Oh, and Nikita is also down. So those guys are unconscious. Blue 4 might now turn around to deal with this group coming up. Kuwait has a marksman rifle, but he's going to have to hit to make it work. He's waiting with bated breath. SPG-9's now firing out the position. FAWR trying to flank Kuwait, turns his head. Not realizing he's in a bit of danger. Blue 4 within 100 meters of striking that position. 150 in closing. Rocket going right next to Kuwait, but he stands true. Gregory, I think, just noticed. Gregory. Yeah. Yeah. Gregory, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really know what else to say about that one. He's a wizard. Kuwait now trying to hold the rear here. You got the, armed 240 looking around. As this is all going on, you're having the CRBN guy trying to run here, but he is under fire from FAWR. OFCRA also in a position to cover, but they're about to be ambushed. Malgrim doesn't realize this, but he really needs to stay low right now. Because one bad move and he can be SPG-9'd. Gregory now on that SPG-9. He just fired it at FAWR's position. Right on their entrenchment, and he... Wow! Holy shit! Some of them are waking back up, but he just got a multi-kill from it as Malgrim pops a beautiful amount of smoke to try to get up to that position. SPG-9 he's playing chicken with. That other Blue 4 group needs to attack now, which they are. That was a beautiful shot with the SPG-9. Grenades firing on here. Happy is down. You still have the SPG-9 gunner doing his best to shoot, because he knows he needs to get the kill on Malgrim. Malgrim hopping around right now. Don't know what just happened to him. He's stuck. Another SPG-9 shot just went on FAWR and got, I think, just finished off most of them. Yeah. Holy crap. Gregory with the SPG-9. He's got to be on at least 6 kills because he used the HE round. So that group's done its job. Now they just need Malgrim to get over there, but he's stuck hippity-hoppitying here, and he can't seem to stop hopping. So Blue 4's doing their best to buy him time, but he's glitched out. Blue 4, I think, could win this, because they've got a full team deployed, ready to hit the bunker, but Malgrim's stuck in the hippity-hoppity. He has to touch the terminal here. But he just can't seem to get out of this. I think this is GG, but it's to a technical glitch that they can't fix right now. That he's stuck. I don't know if they can fix him. All of Blue 4 up here has died. But no, wait, Gregory's on the machine gun. Is he alive, though? He might be dead on the gun. So OFCRA might be able to now get on the fortification line here and snipe Malgrim, because he's pretty much stuck. There's no Zeus. Yeah, he's got no choice but to pretty much just keep hitting the V button to slowly crawl to the terminal here before OFCRA can get set up. Yeah, this is kind of a crappy way because Blue 4's done a really good job. It looks like he's learning that he can slowly hit the V key to move up to the position. Now he's stuck floating. Wait a second. Oh, he just moonwalked up to it. Hold on. There it is. Huzzah! We'll see it confirm. Yep, he's moving around now. That is both of the crash sites hacked. Now it is up to this Blue 4 group to make the assault on the bunker, which is only defended by NASA. And we'll know it works because this door will open. At least I think it should open. I want to see Gregory. I think he's still going to be on 6 kills. Yeah, but that was a great use of an SPG-9. Looks like they've picked up the SPG-9 or an RPG just fired at that Humvee to make sure it was down. And now you have him sprinting out of that position. Another Blue 4 group's been deployed up here to counter that group. And they brought their own CRBN specialist just as a backup. But yeah, no, Blue 4 just need to move in at this point. Op 4 still have a lot of guys caught out here just doing nothing. I think because NASA's still trying to hunt them. And, I mean, both terminals have been hacked, so this door should open. Allegedly. But yeah, no, Blue 4 are basically waiting here for that success to be called in so they can move their forces in. But I'm going to be honest, guys. Look at the map. How is Op 4 going to maneuver their forces in? This is pretty much GG. Now, we do have an AH-6 Little Bird possibly hunting a truck here. Wow. Wow. That, he's reported with having only 1 kill, but he's knocked the gunner out and he's killed that one guy too. Jesus. Yeah, he killed their long-range guy, so great gunnery on that one Vic. But, I mean, looking at the map, this is Blue 4's game to lose at this point. Because bunker should be secure, and they just need to move in at this point. Regular hydrate. Quoted hydrate. Gregory! Yes. 6 kills, buddy. Yes, you did. We were watching. Beautiful shots, my man. Beautiful shots. Blue 4 starting to pick off. Looks like they actually got one of the guys up here. Yep, there's his body. Op 4 now congregating around this Vic. I don't think either side was getting pop-ups about the hacks. It's just you go down there, you do the hack, and then you're done. I want to quickly look. Yeah, they're still waiting right there. They should be moving. I want to quickly look at NASA. Door's still closed, but I want to go and confirm real quick. Yeah, you're hacked, and it's still in that animation. And then the other one's been hacked, so that door should be openable. So unless a script broke, I don't really know what else to say. Blue 4 just needs to move in at this point, and we're still in mid-game right now. So I don't know what the holdup is. I don't think Blue 4's confirmed that they've gotten the hack. That makes sense, actually. Think about it. This guy was tied to Adam X Group. Adam X Group got wiped. He's the only one alive, so they don't know that it's been hacked. So the only reason this is held up is because of a communication issue. Now, OpForce pulled their forces around because this Blue 4 group's come in to engage them. So until Blue 4 confirms that that second crash site, which is technically the first site because the other site's labeled crash site 2, has been touched, they're not going to move in with that last force. The one dish is closed still? I know, but they're both like that though. The dishes aren't fully out, it just opened the terminal and raised the dish. So either something broke with the script or it just simply is a communication issue right now. So I'm wondering if this guy's gonna run up and potentially regain communication with the other group. He's taking fire right now. And he's desperately trying to call us out on radio. You hear the little bird coming in. Uh-oh. Yep, yellow on white. Malgrim's in trouble. He is doing his best, and he somehow dodged that minigun. Holy fuck. So he might be able to get here and tell Blue 4 that it's hacked. They're ready to go. So maybe the script did break, because at this point, I don't see why that door would still be closed. That was some Matrix level shit of just dodging all the shots. And so he is still taking fire to the rear. Goes prone. That is his mistake, though. If he dies, that's going to delay Blue 4 further. He doesn't realize where he's getting shot from. Yeah, he really doesn't realize where he's getting hit from. Good God. Run, Forrest! Thankfully, he's yellow, so he doesn't get friendly fired on the spot. So now you're yeah, okay. So he might have been able to reestablish radio communications with this group, and they would have told Blue 4 to go in. So I think it was just a massive communications issue. So I'd imagine this door is openable at this time. It's just it doesn't automatically open when both things are hacked. So Op's going to be over in 5 minutes. I mean, it's just NASA in there. Blue 4 is literally going to charge up on the tree side, not see anything, slowly move in, maybe even charge up with vehicles, and that's going to be it. You know what I mean? It's GG. Which guy are you promoting, Adamek? Gregory? Because Gregory, like, that was great thinking with the SPG-9, and that saved the CRBN guy to take the crash site at that point. That was beautiful stuff. And we still have all of these forces out here, but it's gonna be too late. This group's gonna dismount and start heading in. With that delayed dismount, I mean, you have a black line here showing them just driving right back into this position, but Blue 4 should be able to get their forces in by then. And if they don't, I don't really see what the fucking delay is. Because they have all these forces up here as well, literally doing jack shit. They've gotten the call that it's ready to be hit. They're doing recon, but they're not seeing any movement, so I don't know what the delay is right now. They're just making it harder for themselves. But Malgrim has got it. So at this rate, OpForce is going to get their forces in, and there's still going to be a final battle here, but tactically there's no point, because in all of this time, Blue 4 has been reconning that base and seen jack shit. So I don't know what they're waiting on here. You enrolled in the SM, righto, Adamic. I'll see you there then. Oh, this is perplexing. Oh, National Thunderstorm warning. That's cute. It's gonna screw with my plans, but that's fine. Greenhouses are good. Next cooking stream, I'll show you guys what I'm working on Because it's pretty much ready to go. I'm just I have to get a splitter though, and I'll show you guys why in the stream. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck Blue 4 is waiting on. In all honesty, both terminals are hacked. Both have been confirmed to be hacked. This force should have honestly moved in by now. But they're just waiting it out. Maybe out of chivalry for the operation, realizing that, you know, OP4 hasn't really put any defenders on it, but this group's going to run into that. It's so weird. Yeah, right, 05s. And the fact that they're dismounting early right here shows me that they don't trust that the sector hasn't been taken yet already. So I really don't... I'm really trying to wrap my head around this one, you know? Like, you got that MRAT moving up. You got the infantry that have dismounted in the town. They're going to now move in on foot. But they're triple timing it. So why didn't you just drive in if you're triple... I don't know. This is very, very strange. Maybe because they hear that MRAP and they think it's hostile. I don't know. I don't know. Blue 4 held right here. Now they're moving in. You got the other groups now pulling back. This hurts my brain. OP4 might be able to still win this because Blue 4 is being incredibly silly. Which I get the reconnaissance. I get that. But you've been up here for like 10 to 15 minutes. I don't even see their forces up on the hill anymore. So now they're starting to drive down. But as OP4 is starting to get their defenders in, they still have time to move in, but they need to move in. But we are starting to see that. Can whoever's in charge of Blue 4 be shot as a Red 4 spy? Yeah, the tough part is the guy in charge of Blue 4... Oh, no, it's Flip-Flip-Flap. I thought it was Ilbanek. My bad. I thought the Ilbanek's the guy that made the mission, but I thought he said he would be in charge, but I digress. Yeah, here we go. Right on the bunker location. This is where the game's going to be ending, because you have the Humvees right here. They're being held up by something. What are you doing long-range 50 cal fire for? What do you see that warrants that? Like, you got a crow system, I get that, but what do you actually see? Is it the guys coming in? No. So what did he just... I actually don't know what he just engaged. You got the 50 cal on this Vic now firing at some of the infantry coming in. I don't know. But yeah, you got Blue 4 closing around this bunker. All right. Theoretically, this door should be openable. Right? Because they hacked both. But based on the fact that it's not opening... I think the script broke. Yeah, because this should be GG at this point. So what's broken here? The script broke before Blue 4 did. So this puts me in an interesting circumstance because we have an active prediction going. And work with me here. Guys, I'm going to be honest. This is an 8-man, 10-man hit team. NASA has a handgun out and no body armor and no helmet. Can we be honest in saying that Blue 4 won? Because whoever, if this gets hacked, Blue 4 wins. If it doesn't, Op 4 wins. But let's be honest. Is there anyone, especially if you voted Op 4, I'd love to hear your reason on why you think Op 4 would have won. Because clearly Blue 4's won this, in my opinion. Just the script broke. But I think it's fair if I give the payout to people for Blue 4 because, you know, this is just a script breaking, which, you know, we didn't know was going to happen. But I don't see how Op 4 could have won this. You know what I mean? Yeah, NASA just closed the gate. Yeah, right. But again, all of the parameters were met for the mission. That door should be open. NASA only has a handgun. I don't even see a freaking rifle on him. He should be dead. So, in my opinion, Blue 4 won this. Because if Blue 4 touches that terminal, they win. If Op 4 prevents Blue 4 from touching it, they win. But the only reason Op 4 is going to win this is because of a broken script. So I think in the sake of fairness to the people that bet, you know, this isn't, you know, half the player base crashed out and I have to refund everything. This is a script broke. Blue 4 did their job. They should have won. Can we double check the other two terminals? Certainly. We've already done it. I will check it again just for the sake of fairness, but you have this terminal opened up here indicating that's been hacked, which, yes, usually that turns into an antenna, but both of them are like this, and they're supposed to be closed like the one you see in that other one. And the other one here is the same way. So both have been interacted with by Blue 4, therefore, in my opinion, as a commentator here for PvP, this should be a Blue 4 victory. 5's only if there's like a Zeus or an admin that can somehow get that door open. Which, granted, with Achilles, you might be able to right-click it and then hit the open button, but yeah. You can open it from the inside, but I think NASA already tried that. I think the door is actually broken. You know, like something broke it with the script here. So you got Blue 4 now dealing with Op 4 coming in, but I'm pretty sure this is a GG. All right, so I'm going to give it a minute. If anyone wants to oppose it, feel free and we'll speak it out, but I'm going to call this a Blue 4 victory because I think they're talking right now about it. Because this door should be open. Something's broken on the script. Knock, knock, knock. Hold up. Wait, I got you. Ready? We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Actually, in this case, since he's in a bunker... 1 second. We've been trying to reach you about your bunker's extended warranty about its door. You see, the door appears to jam a lot. So, with our extended warranty, we can fix that for the non-negotiable price of $29.99 a month. That's right, $29.99 a month, and that includes door insurance. Yes, indeed, door insurance, sir. That way we can fix your door whenever it jams. That is the power of having an extended warranty, sir. Why don't you sign right here, and we'll get that payment information ASAP. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We could ram the door and see if that works. My God. $29.99 a month for 100 years. Yeah, so we have about 25 minutes remaining of PvP, but Blue 4's in here. Do I have a moderator on at the moment to pay it out to Blue 4? Because at this point, I'd say Blue 4's won, just on the principle of it. Bust out the SPG-9 again. Yeah, let Op 4 have more SPG-9s for Blue 4 to steal and people like Gregory to get freaking multi-kills with. Good God. Doesn't look like I have a moderator on. That is fine. Yeah, OpFor is trickling their forces in, but they really don't have enough compared to what Blue 4 has remaining, because look at all the skulls, for example. So I don't even see OpFor being able to take back this position. The script mirrors your internet connection right now. Can't seem to have it go right. Oof. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, because OpFor, I mean, they're just holding up in this town right now. They're not really making a move either. Blue 4, they're just running a CRBN dude up right now. We'll follow Bartek, and I might just call it at that point, because this is it, you know? Let's just see Bartek execute here, and then I'm probably going to cut the stream. All right, Bartek, everything is resting on your shoulders, buddy. You are literally a yellow narwhal with a P90, with 5.7 as your millimeter. Let's see what you do. Show me what you got. And as you can see, he is running up this area. That's not like 3 or 4 hits on Rigel right there. Yeah. Golf clap! Golf clap! Golf clap. Yep. That was brilliant. Wow. Damn. That was some fine shooting there. Unfortunately, Bartek was yellow, and he had a giant magnet in his head, which allowed for the bullets to, like, come and hit him. God, that's a shame. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here because the mission is pretty much it. Yeah, there's a few other PvP matches that are going, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point because Blue 4, I would say, have won. And I love how... Are they firing 50 cal in here to try to penetrate to hit NASA? Yeah, NASA's on the phone. I think they reached him about his bunker's extended warranty. Look at that. But you know what? I'm going to go have a quick dinner before all this goes down. So I'm going to wrap it up here. So thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. We'll be back. I'm going to shoot for 8 o'clock now because I got to jump and do something. Otherwise, cheers and have a good one.